I want to talk today about something that may push some of your buttons, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. We're going to talk about why I do not believe in a keto diet and why I don't think it's necessary for the majority of you. Now, bear in mind, I'm an integrative dietitian, and this is coming from a perspective of it's not only science, but it's also anecdotal, and it's coming from the perspective of the people I treat, which are primarily menopausal women and a small group of men. Okay, so there's differences there, but for the purposes of this talk, we're gonna focus on my menopausal mamas, okay? First of all, I don't really have women who come to me who even want to do keto, okay? These are women who are trying to lose weight, who've had up and downs with their weight journey for a long period of time and who have packed on the pounds during menopause especially. We have insomnia and hot flashes and rock bottom estrogen levels. So for them, some of them, it's the first time they're actually learning to eat healthy, or for others, they've been on diets for a long period of time, especially low carb diets. And initially the low carb and or the keto diets worked, right? They helped with their hot flashes, they helped them balance their blood sugar, and they started losing weight initially. And then the weight just kind of plateaus and stops. What happens is, short term, sure, you're going to debloat, you're going to improve your insulin sensitivity, but after a while, your adrenals and your thyroid start to kind of conk out, and this is where metabolic resistance can come into play. The weight loss plateaus, energy drops, fatigue kicks in, sleep is no longer as deep, and at that point, we do have to add in carbohydrates for the body. Carbohydrates are not bad in menopause. I have a whole video on that on my YouTube channel. They are not a bad thing as long as they are time and place. Okay, so when you're eating good carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, if you tolerate beans and legumes, white potatoes, white rice, brown rice, all of those can be beneficial in the post-workout window when you're the most insulin sensitive, or before bed, because it will help raise your serotonin and dopamine and help you get a stellar night's sleep. And most people are so afraid of carbs before bed, and you really don't need to be, even during menopause, okay? You may need to keep your carbs low and not have heaping plates, but one cup of carbs with your dinner meal is certainly not gonna kill you or make you fat. And you also have to weigh the benefits of a good night's sleep with carbs versus very poor sleep without carbs, which can ultimately cause more metabolic dysfunction. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you, keto can be great short term. I don't recommend it more than 30 days. I don't know any of my clients who have ever sustained it, and I don't know many people who have sustained it long term. I've watched interviews with everyone from celebrities who have to get fit for movies to just regular humans. Most people are not sustaining keto. Now, if you do sustain keto, if it works for you, far be it from me to tell you what you're doing is incorrect or wrong. But I'm saying for the normal average human that I see coming to me, who's a busy mom, either at home with numerous kids or working full-time or both, right? The majority of you are not sustaining it, and it doesn't work long-term. So think about it. You do have to play with what works for you, but we can absolutely continue the discussion below. I welcome your comments and feedback.